In the heart of Nigeria lies a small village called Umahi. The village, though humble, was vibrant, full of life, where the air was filled with sounds of children playing, women trading goods in the market, and children humming while doing their daily chores. It was in this village that Sarah was born, though filled with love but modest family. Sarah's father Chukwudi was a hard-working farmer who toiled under the hot sun, cultivating yams, cassava and maize to sustain his family. Her mother Nneka was a trader who sold vegetables and handmade crafts at the village markets. Despite their efforts, their earnings were very little, barely enough to cover their basic need. But in this small mud brick house there was an abundance of laughter, love and dream. From a young age, Sarah was different. She had a quiet determination and curious mind that set her apart from her peers. She would often sit by the window watching the world go by, her eyes filled with wonder and question. She was fascinated by the stories her grandmother told her, especially those about far-off places and people who had overcome great odds to achieve their dream. Her grandmother, Mama Nkechi, was a wise old woman who had seen much in her lifetime. She had lived through wars, famine and the struggle for Nigeria's independence. She would often gather the children of the village around her and tell them stories of bravery, resilience and hope. Sarah's favorite story was about a young girl who, despite being born into poverty, had become a great healer and was loved by all. Remember Sarah, Mama Nkechi would say, her voice gentle but firm. No matter where you come from or what obstacle you face, if you have a dream and determination to achieve it, you can do anything. The world may try to tell you otherwise, but never forget your worth. This word resonated deeply into Sarah and became the guiding light for her life. She dreamed of becoming a doctor, a healer, like the one in her grandmother's story, who would bring comfort and hope to those in need. It was a big dream for a poor girl from a poor family in a small village, but Sarah held onto it tightly, determined to make it a reality. Every morning before the rising of the sun, Sarah would help her mother at the market. She would carry baskets of vegetables, arrange them neatly, and greet customers with a warm smile. Despite the hard work and long hours, she never complained. She knew that her mother she knew that her mother hoped she would have a bright future, and she took pride in contributing to the family's livelihood. After their morning chores, Sarah would walk several miles to the village school, her books carefully wrapped in a piece of cloth. The school was a small run-down building with cracked walls and broken decks, but to Sarah, it was a place of wonder and possibility. She loved to learn, especially about science and the human body. She would sit at the front of the class, her eyes wide with interest, absorbing every word her teacher said. Her teacher, Mrs. Adana, quickly noticed Sarah's potential. She was a kind woman with a passion for education and a heart for her students. She would often stay after school to help Sarah with her studies, lending her books and encouraging her to pursue her dreams. Mrs. Adana would say, "You have a gift. You are smart and capable. I believe you can achieve anything you set your minds to. Don't let anyone or anything hold you back." These words of encouragement uplift Sarah's determination. She excelled in her study, often coming first in class. She would spend hours reading and studying by the dim light of a kerosene lamp, dreaming of the day she would wear a white coat, and help those in need. Despite her success in school, Sarah's journey was laid with challenges. The village had no electricity or running water, and her family often struggled to put food on the table. There were times when Sarah went to bed hungry, her stomach growling in protest. But even in this moment of hardship, she never lost sight of her dream. Her parents, though unable to provide much financially, supported her in every way they could. They believed in her and encouraged her to pursue her education, even when it meant making sacrifices. Her father would often work late in the night, tending to his crops by moonlight, while her mother take an extra work at the market, all in the hope of giving Sarah a better future. When Sarah completed her primary school, her parents faced a difficult challenge. They wanted her to continue her education, but they could not afford the fees for secondary school, which was located in a town several miles away. The cost of transportation, books, and uniform was more than they could manage. It seemed Sarah's dream had to be put on hold. But the people of Omahia, though poor themselves, believed in Sarah. They saw in her the promise of a better future for the village. They knew if she succeeded, it would be a victory for them all. So they came together, each contributing with what they could. A few naira here, bags of rice, and lots more to help pay for her education. Sarah was overwhelmed by their generosity. She knew that she carried not just her own hopes and dreams, but that of her entire community. With their support, she enrolled in secondary school and continued her studies with a renewed hope. Sarah's secondary school was a new world for Sarah. The town where the school was located was much larger than her village, with paved road, electricity, and busy markets. The school itself was a large, imposing building with modern facilities and well-dressed students. Sarah felt out of place among her classmates, many of whom came from wealthy families and spoke fluent English. But Sarah's determination was unwavering. She knew why she was there, and she determined to make most of the opportunity. She studied hard, often laying up late in the nights to complete her assignments. She participated in science club, joined study groups, and took part in regional competition. Her hard work paid off, and she soon became one of the top students in class. Her teachers were impressed by her dedication and intellect. They encouraged her to apply for scholarship and provided her with the resources she needed to succeed. Sarah's dream of becoming a doctor was slowly becoming a reality. When the time came to apply for the university, Sarah faced another challenge. The competition for places in medical school was tough, and the cost of tuition was beyond her family means. But Sarah was not ready to give up easily. She applied for every scholarship and grant she could find, writing essays, gathering letter of recommendation, and attending interview. Her hard work and perseverance paid off when she was awarded a full scholarship to study medicine at a private university, one of the most prestigious ones in Nigeria. It was a moment of victory not just for Sarah, but for her entire community. The villagers gathered to celebrate, their hearts swelling with pride and joy. They had believed in her, and now their faith was being rewarded. Sarah's journey to Lagos was both exciting and daunting. The city was a world apart from her village, with its towering skyscrapers, busy streets, and endless seas of people. It was a place of great opportunity, but also great inequality, where the gap between the rich and the poor was just obvious. Sarah found herself in a new and challenging environment. Her classmates came from privileged backgrounds, and many of them had traveled round the world and attended private schools. They spoke with polished accents, dressed in designers' clothes, and looked touched. But Sarah, with her simple clothes and village accent, felt out of place and lacked confidence. But she reminded herself of why she was there and focused on her study. Medical school was demanding both academically and emotionally. The workload was tense with long hours of lectures, labs, and clinical rotation. Sarah often felt overwhelmed, but she pushed through, knowing that each step brought her closer to her dream. She worked part-time jobs to support herself, lived simple lived simple and sent what little she could back home to her family. Her determination and resilience did not go unnoticed. Her lecturers, professors, and tutors admired her dedication and often signaled her out as an example to others. Her classmates, initially distant themselves from her, came to respect her for her hard work and kindness. She made friends who supported her and helped her navigate the challenge of university life. Years of hard work and sacrifice paid off, and the proudest moment of Sarah's life, her graduation from medical school. As she stood on the stage holding her certificate, she felt a profound sense of achievement. She had overcome so many obstacles, defied the odds, and made her dream come true. Her parents, who had traveled to Lagos for the occasion, watched with tears of joy in their eyes and pride in their hearts. It was a moment they all had dreamt of, and now it was real. Returning to Umuahia, Sarah set up a small clinic with the help of a government grant. The clinic was a modest building, but to the people of the village, it was a beacon of hope. Sarah provided much needed medical care, treating everything from minor injuries to serious illness. She educated the villagers about health and hygiene, conducted vaccination drive, and worked to improve the overall health of the community. Sarah's clinic became a place of healing and comfort. People traveled from neighboring villages to seek for help, and her reputation as a compassionate and skilled doctor grew wide. She was not just a doctor, but she was hope and a symbol of determination to the people of her community and the country at large.